There have been rumors swirling around that DeepSeek-R2 would have been released in the last couple of months, but it was not. They actually released an updated version of R1. Let's get into it. Quick rundown of the key features: 685 billion parameters, and it's a reasoning chain of thought model. It has improved performance on math, code, and logic, an MIT license for commercial use, and distilled versions as small as 8 billion parameters. You can see in the benchmarks and the comparison of the new DeepSeek R1, OpenAI's O3, Gemini 2.5 Pro, Qwen 3 235B that just came out, and the DeepSeek R1. So if you look on the chart here, this line with the white bars going through it is DeepSeek-R1-0528, and on the very far right of the column with the light blue is DeepSeek-R1. You can see across the board in all these benchmarks that the 0528 update outperforms the original R1. When I click on the quantizations, there are 9 different quants. You can see them all here. They're made by different developers. Also, this is the distilled version made by DeepSeek, where they actually post-trained Qwen 3 8B on DeepSeek R1. I've yet to test this one, but it looks really promising. 0528 is available for free on shoots.ai/app. You can click on it. You can use the API for free also. I'm just going to use this for single prompt tests, and let's ask the first question that I always ask. The temperature is going to be set to 0.5, max new tokens, I'll just up that to 2048 just in case. It is a chain of thought model, and Shoot supports up to 10,000 tokens. What is the average distance from the Earth to the Sun, and how long would it take a vessel to reach the Sun, traveling at a speed of 13,000 miles per hour? You know what, just to be safe, I'm going to put this up to 10,000 because I don't know how many chain of thought tokens it's going to come out with. One thing that's cool about these chain of thought reasoning models and the Shoots interface is if you click this little down arrow, see how I'm highlighting that box right there? If you click this down arrow, it's going to show you all of the chain of thought process that it went through. And then we can see the answer down here. The average distance from the Earth to the Sun is approximately 93 million miles, which is correct. The travel time and distance, it figures in the answer is going to be about 298 days or 0.82 years, and that's correct. So far, this model seems pretty smart, but even the smartest reasoning models get this question wrong all the time. I have a straw and a beer bottle with a marble in it. The beer bottle is glued to the floor. How can I get the marble out without breaking the bottle? So many of these chain of thought and even non-reasoning LLMs assume that it's blow, but the answers actually suck. Yeah, it made the common mistake. When you scroll down through all of its reasoning and you get to the answer, it says to blow forcefully, angle matters, whatever. It isn't. The straw is supposed to attach to the marble and you cut the air off so it makes a vacuum and then you pull the marble out. Quick coding test. Write the game Snake in Python. It gave me some code. Let's see if it runs. Look at that. And it lets me control the snake. Nice. It looks like the way this is working is just keep hitting the square with the red dot in it, and it doesn't matter if I go out of bounds, it just comes right back around. Doesn't seem like it's actually winning or losing the game at all, if there's any victory conditions or way to win. Here's a logic problem-solving question. Imagine a small coastal town that relies heavily on fishing, but a recent environmental regulation has banned fishing within 10 miles of the shore to protect a rare species of fish. The townspeople are divided. Some see it as a necessary step for conservation, while others argue it threatens their livelihood. Provide a brief analysis of the situation and suggest one creative solution that could balance the needs of the community and the environment. It gave its own analysis in its own words, but then it came up with a creative solution called Guardians of the Gulf that actually involves using the fishers and their equipment on their boats to monitor the area and keep track of the species. It also came up with an idea for seasonal fishing and temporary shutdowns, and then a certification that would allow the fishers who follow the ethical standards to actually be certified so the customers know that they can trust them. One thing that's left out is kind of the bureaucratic or political issue getting this through lawmakers, especially since part of the suggestion was to use government subsidies, but that's a separate issue. Other than that, I'd say this came up with a pretty cohesive solution to the problem. Here's a probabilities related question. A gambler presents you with an even money wager. You will roll 2 dice, and if the highest number showing is 1, 2, or 3, or 4, you win. If the highest number on either die is 5 or 6, she wins. Should you take the bet? Here's the answer it gave, and then at the very bottom, it says no, this would not be a good bet to take. That's about it. I just wanted to give it a test on logic, math, reasoning, and problem solving. I avoided some of the other questions that I would usually ask because this one is geared towards being a technical assistant. I'd say overall it's pretty smart. I've seen some other tests. This one shows a lot of promise, but I still can't wait for R2. I appreciate you having watched all the way to the end. Thank you. If you found some value in this video, please click the like button. If you want to see content more frequently that I get out on X, you can follow me at Vectro. I can just get stuff out there more quickly than I can here on YouTube. If you want to see me make more videos about testing open source LLMs and instructions on how to run them on your own computer or in the cloud, please hit the subscribe button. If you want to be notified when I make a new video, hit the notification bell. Hope to see you in the next one. Take care, have a good one, and be good to each other.